Good guys, my name is Lord Tomo and welcome to a discussion slash rambling. Let's go with rambling because that's what my series tend to be. So this rambling is more or less about the new Sonic the Hedgehog or Sonic Forces game footage update that was released, and oh my god. I have so many mixed feelings about this, and I have so many positives and I wouldn't say negatives, but I have so many thoughts on what people may perceive this update or an announcement to be that could, I wouldn't say tarnish the Sonic name or community, but it would definitely put, the stereotype into its place and kind of makes people think, yeah, this game is designed for the enthusiastic Sonic fans, to say the least. I did collect one item. I'll just quickly show you. It's a Sonic Adventure. Sonic, just because I know people don't necessarily like my opinions on things. Woe is me. I don't know why I said that. But it's literally just a Sonic Adventure pin set, which I just received in mail yesterday, and I was really happy to receive this. It cost me a little bit more than I would have imagined, but it's a nice little piece. But anyway, let's put that aside and let's talk about the new Sonic Forces announcements. Kind of a new I'll probably say announcement update. Of course, everything that I'm currently talking about this will be in the link description below. It's on the official Sonic the Hedgehog YouTube page. Highly recommend you guys check it out because let's be 100% frank here. Absolutely phenomenal stuff that they release. When they do release it, it does happen periodically. So we all knew Sonic Forces is a game that's currently kind of the AA title of, or referred to as a AAA title of Sonic Team, which is going to be released probably the end-ish or holiday season of 2017. Everybody knew about that. Everybody was semi-ecstatic about that. I definitely was ecstatic about it, but I was always on the fence to know what more they could bring to the actual table other than the Sonic Generation formula. And besides what they showed, I was like, I did a semi-update on it. I think a couple of weeks back. You guys can check that out if you want, which basically reveals a few key things here and there. But this time around, they announced a new feature, the third character of the Sonic Forces game. And everybody had speculations. Everybody, said Knuckles. Some people said Knuckles. To be honest, I was a bit, I was on the, I would love to have a Knuckles character, to say the least. Some people were saying Busby, which is pretty weird. I mean, why would they try to bring that over? But, of course, they have announced what the third character is. You are the third character, and by you is your own character generated, your own created character. Where I was going with this. So you could create your own character using pre-existing, I would imagine, pre-existing animal shapes, sizes, and accessories, and all that sort of stuff. Now, the way they basically announced it kind of led you to believe that the third character was this very arbitrarily weird looking creature until he basically showcased different components of the character shifting. For example, his glove will have not 30, but a couple of different gloves, and his shoes will have different gloves. And then later he revealed that yes, you can create your own original character. Now, am I excited for that? You know it. I'm so excited about it. Now, anybody that knows me, either family or people who've been following my channel for a while, I've always been on the argument discussion. Let's go with discussion. I was always been in the discussion that I always wanted something more out of a Sonic game other than the platonic A to B, just run across and away you go with an arbitrarily weak storyline. It is for what it is. Obviously, I've grew up with Sonic ever since I was young, and obviously as an older Sonic fan, I'm not trying to sound like an idiot, so I wanted something more, right? And when they released Sonic Forces, of course I'm going to get it. Of course I was excited. I was like, oh, okay, I would have wanted more, but being a Sonic fan, you tend to fall on the bandwagon that if it's Sonic, you'll buy it regardless of how crap it is, to say the least. But I'll make another video on the games that I thought were pretty bad and the games that I thought were pretty good. But in this game, I was going to buy it anyway because it's Sonic and my whole channel Sonic. I mean, pretty weak of me not to buy the game. Anyway, moving along. So once they announce that you can make your own character, and that character in itself is going to be a playable character with components that you can modify. The current modifications to date is you kind of have like this Spider-Man. I think this is purely smart. This is This is a very genius move from Sonic Team to make, considering we're in what I would probably class as the superhero decade of pop culture. In that it's always about Marvel, DC. It's kind of like just superheroes. May they be Marvel, DC, and of course your arbitrary, I don't know, Max Steel and other sort of stuff. So in this case, your character that you can create, besides, they revealed a few different characters, and I can already envision. I'm going to make myself the biggest looking badass Knuckles. I'm such a geek. Biggest, baddest, geekiest Knuckles looking character ever. I'll probably mess around with the customization. I'm going to make him very, very badass. I'll probably say my character that I'm probably going to build is that of one that rivals Knuckles. Because nothing says you're a big fan of Knuckles by making a character better than him. So basically, it allows you to customize, from what I can see, the actual main body, so various bodies and its heights and its colors, and of course its accessories. I'm pretty sure the way they're going to do it is in a way where you'd be collecting maybe rings, and you can exchange these rings for accessories, you can modify your main character and whatnot. But what makes it into a very hero-esque, or kind of the age of the decade of superheroes, is two of the customizations that I've noticed. I'm going to basically look back at them more and forth, but two of the major customizations is a Spider-Man-esque move, where you have the character do not that, but do that, where like a grappling hook would strike out and grab onto one of the things, and it will tilt his body to the other side of the screen. And of course, the other one that is pretty prominent, which got me a little excited, is he has the ability to shoot flames out of his hands, which for those who've been really keen on getting a Blaze design character, homage to it, there's your go-to, shooting flames out of your hands, which I think is badass. Now, do I think this is an awesome move? Personally, I think it is awesome on major fronts. First and foremost, you have the ability to play, of course, the classic stages of Sonic the Hedgehog, and you have, of course, the modern. So it caters to both generations, which has always been the argument between people. Should I like the classic styles of Sonic, and some people like the modern style. It's pretty dependent on where you are on when you first got into Sonic the Hedgehog. So they got that covered basis. The second thing that they covered is, of course, where a lot of people tend to make fun. I know I've had a few said things earlier. I know I've had a few things mentioned to the extent. I'm not even making my words that just shows you how excited I am. So basically, what I'm trying to get at is, you have some people basically say that one of the staples of the Sonic community is everybody likes to create their own version of the Sonic character within its own universe. For example, the joke being, if you type in your name and the Hedgehog, a character of it would be popping up on Google Images. I never grew up with that, in that I never drew my own original character. That being said, though, I'm trying to get a character avatar design for my channel, and kind of my YouTube persona, which everybody knows is a bull. If anybody's picked up on it, I've got a bull necklace. It's kind of my thing. So I guess to an extent I'm part of that subculture, but I'm not bagging on it. I think it's pretty good. So it engages a lot of people to basically just jump on board and create pretty much the original character that you've pretty much created, either currently or in your past. So if you have a DeviantArt account, or you had old art styles that you created back in the day, I'm sure you can recreate that. Now, depending on who you talk to, that's a good thing, that's a bad thing. That's kind of like pointing fingers at your fellow Sonic fan, person, enthusiast, to say the least. I think he's an awesome step forward for one simple reason. For a person like myself who wanted to be part of, I wouldn't say part of, but wanted the universe to expand beyond the current staple that it is, it's a massive improvement, and it's something that I'm really enthusiastic about. Why am I enthusiastic about? Because as the title implies, Sonic Forces, you are now part of the Forces. You are now indirectly being involved in the actual, I guess, game. Other than being kind of a person controlling another character, you in theory can pretty much be the character that you design, which is pretty much what it's intended to, and you can literally just be part of the game in more ways than one. Which I like to argue a lot of people will be enthusiastic about it. And of course, the core demographic that this game is designed for is, let's be honest, the younger generation kids, not necessarily the older ones like myself, because let's be frank, not a lot of older people would be spending money. I'm kind of the well, what would be the best way to say it? I'm kind of the rare exception because I'm pretty much, yeah, I'm pretty enthusiastic about my Sonic stuff, to say the least. That being said, so for a younger generation, that's definitely, for the younger kids, of course, that's definitely going to get them involved. And I'm hoping this skyrockets the actual selling of this game, because a lot of kids can design their own characters and be a part of the game. Skylanders, you know, capitalized it. They made millions out of their stuff. And of course, other game and whatnot are pretty much capitalizing on that. So this is definitely a major plus, I think. Now, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, look, it's definitely a positive. Of course, the negative, I don't see it as a negative, but I can see how the mass media is going to go, it's going to lose its bananas, to say the least. They're going to be like, well, now you're going to have all the special people creating their original characters, and it's going to blow up in their face. There's a counter argument to that. There's two counter arguments to it. There's nothing wrong with creating your own character. It's been a staple for the last, 10, 15, 20 years. You know, the Witches did it, various other characters did it, The Sims did it, so it's never been a real major issue. Yes, you can create your own character, but of course, it's not going to let you do anything, let's put a frank, perverted, so it's not going to obviously breach that line of inappropriateness. And thirdly, it's a feature that I think, as a Sonic community, a lot of us, I could be wrong, but I would imagine a lot of us, if not the majority of us, have wanted indirectly. It's one of these features where you never, for me anyway, you've never truly thought you would want it until it actually came into fruition or came into existence. And I think it's definitely a feature that I'm really excited for. I would really love to know more about the stages, other game mechanics and all this stuff. I hope that's not its core setting point, but it's definitely a feature that I'm on board with. As an Aussie Sonic fan, it is definitely a feature that I want. And I wanted in a very non-direct way, in that I thought it's a feature that I didn't think I wanted until it actually said, hey, you can do it. Yes. If I can bring back the Chao Garden, man, I'll that's it. You got me, Sonic Team. You always had me, but you got me even more. That's the important thing. That is definitely the important thing. Now, so yeah, I have checked other people's reaction videos. I've seen other people's commentaries. I've seen other people's comments on threads and all that sort of fun stuff. And the joke, if you can call it that, the fun little aspect to it, or the joke behind it, is that people are going to create their own weird looking original characters, and it may necessarily, tarnish the Sonic name, which I don't think so. If anything, this new feature is going to make the community, Sonic predominantly, but also the internet, talk about the game a lot, because one of the jokes being, if you're part of the Sonic the Hedgehog community, you're going to make your own original character, and ha 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 ha, which I don't think is really a negative, but it is what it is. But that being said, that's going to generate conversation, that's going to generate interest, and that's hopefully going to generate sales, because if you can create your own character, come on. When was the last time you could do that in a Sonic game? You could do with a Chao, and that's a loose modification. I guess you could argue that in Sonic Adventure you could modify it. Well, not really. You can just pick up gear, and then the gear would just be permanently on you for the rest of the game's completion, which is pretty much gear assist. But anyway, that's besides. But in terms of character customization, the closest thing that I can see is the Chao Garden, and the Chao Garden being that you could put a unicorn into your Chao, put a peacock into your Chao, so you have a uni peacock. That's pretty weird. But no, guys, let me know what you think of the new announcement. Please, by all means, check out the videos on the official Sonic the Hedgehog channel. I'm going to post it down below. You can definitely check it out. I think it's definitely something to look forward to. Let me know in the comments below. What's your thoughts on it? Do you agree with it? Do you hate it? Do you disagree with it? Is it something that you're more or less interested in? Is it something you kind of think, not my thing, not my cup of tea? I like to hear it, to be honest. It's normally I don't encourage comment discussions, but I definitely want to hear what your thoughts on it. Guys, thank you so much for checking out this video, and hopefully the next one would be an actual review. But I really wanted to talk about this because I'm excited. Take care, speed on. Till next time.